Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having the Sun in Aries and Capricorn Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, these signs are both cardinal signs, so obviously this person may be very enterprising, ambitious, have a lot of initiative, may start a lot of projects, sometimes even simultaneously, but may not always finish them. However, Capricorn rising can be very methodical, very premeditative, cautious and prudent, and you have this contrast between the Aries sun, which is hidden often from others' view because this is the inner self, and Aries sun can be assertive and aggressive, but at the same time be impetuous and impulsive, and they're not as strongly about premeditation. So you do have strong disparity between these signs, and if this person has a square between them in their aspect in their natal chart, which often happens if you have the Sun in Aries and Capricorn Ascendant, this can cause certain exasperation and tension inwardly because you have a conflict of the energies, and you're projecting your outer demeanor is just the disparity between the sun, the inner self, and it's felt more strongly when there is a square aspect. And now if you have the sun, say the sun is in late Aries, like 28 degrees, and you have an early Capricorn rising like 2 degrees, well, this would make an out of sign trine aspect, and the energies would be a little bit more of a positive blend, and it may be easier for the person to incorporate the Sun and Aries characteristics along with the Capricorn Ascendant attributes. And another example could be if you have the Sun in early Aries, like say 2 degrees, and you have the rising sign in late Capricorn, say 29 degrees. Well, this would make an out of sign sextile aspect, and there you would have a little bit more of a flowing energy connected, and you'd be able to amalgamate or blend the energies a little bit better, as opposed to either not having an aspect or a square aspect between these signs. Now, this combination can make one rather ambitious, single-minded, purposeful, and it could be somebody that really likes to, has a strong need to reach that pinnacle or plateau. But the Capricorn Ascendant, it could make the process a lot more methodical, as opposed to the typical Sun Aries. Now, when we look at these two influences, the Sun represents our basic wants, and the rising sign can show the method and the way we go about in attaining them. Now, the Sun in Aries basic wants can be connected with leadership or management, perhaps attention or notoriety, being a pioneer, being the first in whatever field or whatever it may be, what they're trying to attain. And the Capricorn Ascendant may make this person go about this in that more systematic, methodical manner, in a way where they're very premeditative and there's a lot of forethought in their actions. The actions may be a little bit more calculating, and it could be connected. Maybe they somehow attain their wants through, maybe by being business savvy, through their seriousness, through just their single-minded purpose, and just through perhaps having a certain astute business sense, or maybe even in some cases through perhaps business connections, these may be attained. Now, a lot of this too, where the Aries energy is going to come out, even though when you have a different ascendant as opposed to your sun sign, the ascendant is going to be that outer demeanor, and the side that is more readily expressed and will often suppress the sun sign energy from public view. However, the house where the sun is in could still show that area where that sun energy is going to come out more strongly. Now, if somebody has the Sun in Aries and Capricorn Ascendant, the Sun will often fall in the 4th, 3rd, or 2nd house. Now, in the case of it being in the 4th house, that assertive, aggressive Aries energy may come out strongly in home matters. This person might be that strong family defender and somebody that's willing, that where maybe a little more of that acerbic, the combative, the fighting spirit of that Aries may come out a little bit more in their homework, as far as doing things at home, starting projects at home, maybe renovation, for example, or just doing activities at home. Now, in some cases, the sun in Aries would be in the third house, and you would see this come out, the Aries assertive, aggressive qualities come out strongly in their communications, and if applicable, if the person has siblings, it could come out maybe through them, and perhaps in their own, in their general neighborhood, and in that, as far as things of that nature. Now, if it's in the second house, you might see this, these leadership qualities, the initiative, the Aries enterprise and aggressiveness, assertiveness come out perhaps in things of a monetary nature, and you could say perhaps even in their values, and being very outspoken about this perhaps. So those are some things to look at as far as when you have an Aries sun and Capricorn Ascendant. And the reality is, this person with Capricorn Ascendant might project, I wouldn't necessarily say cold or callous, but a more undemonstrative front, and those Aries, that exuberant and the fiery temperament of Aries will be held back strongly, at least in front of other people, when this person is outside of their own, I guess you could say, their sphere of their close friends, acquaintances, or I should say, in family life. Now, when the person, say, is at home, or they're with by themselves, or around their close associates at home, they might, or family members, you may see the Aries attributes come out a little bit stronger. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having the sun in Aries and Capricorn Ascendant in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having the sun in Aries and Aquarius Ascendant in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.